Greetings to all. Class 7 Social Science. We are going to start Geography Chapter 2, that is Inside Our Earth. So, what is there inside our Earth? We will discuss in the chapter. So, can you imagine that there is something inside our Earth? It sounds strange, but we can find a lot of things. So, let us start. The Earth, our homeland, is a dynamic planet. It is constantly undergoing changes inside and outside. Have you ever wondered what lies in the interior of the Earth? What is the Earth made up of? So, this is the question, that what material is there inside the Earth, or what is Earth made up of? We will discuss about all this in the chapter. Interior means inside, interior of the Earth. Just like an onion, the Earth is made up of several concentric layers with one inside another. I think onion, you people eat onion in salad. So like, if when you peel it off, there are layers in between. Okay, layer one after the other. So in the same way, our Earth has many layers. The uppermost layer over the Earth's surface is called crust. So underline this. Hanji, up to here. The uppermost layer over the Earth's surface is called crust. Underline this. Hanji. So the uppermost layer is called crust, and this is the thinnest, means thinnest, slim. It is the thinnest layer of all the other layers, means 3 layers. It is about 35 kilometer on the continental masses and only 5 kilometer on the ocean floors. The main minerals constituents of the continental masses are silica and alumina. So that's why it is called Sial, silica and alumina. The oceanic crust mainly consists of silica and magnesium. It is therefore called SEMA. So here SEMA. So the oceanic crust, that is made up of silica and magnesium. So you can just correlate it with where SEMA lives. SEMA lives in ocean. Okay, where do SEMA lives? Where does SEMA live? She lives in ocean. Okay, so the oceanic crust, that is made up of SEMA. The other is Sial, means silica and magnesium. Just beneath the crust is the mantle. This is the second layer, mantle, which extends up to the depth of 2900 kilometer below the sea earth. Hanji, see here, crust, see here, the arrow is given. Hanji, crust, then there is mantle. Okay, then it is core, and then it's inner core. Hanji, these are some of the points to remember. So note down these points also. The deepest mine in the world, that is in South Africa, and it is 4 kilometer deep. And this was dug by the engineers when they dug a hole about 6 kilometer deep. And second point, it is very difficult or impossible to reach the interior of the earth. Why? To the inner core. Why? Because in order to reach the core or the innermost part of the earth, we need to dig a 6,000 kilometer deep hole on the ocean floor, and that is I think it is impossible. So it is an impossible task. So see, continental, and this is continent, and this is continental crust. You understand, this is the uppermost part of the earth. Then ocean, see, upper we are seeing, it is seen the ocean. Then oceanic crust, it is I think this is understood. This is the crust, means the base of the ocean. Hanji, the next, the crust forms only 1% of the volume of the earth. 84% consists of the mantle and 15% makes the core. The radius of the earth, this is also very important question. So radius of the earth is 6371 kilometer. Hanji, so the innermost layer is the core with a radius of about 3500 kilometer. It is mainly made up of nickel and iron, that is called ferrous. Iron is also called ferrous and is known and is called a knife, means nickel and ferrous. Iron. The central core has very high temperature and pressure, and this we know. So rocks and minerals. So up to now we have discussed that the earth, there are three layers of the earth. The uppermost layer, that is crust. The second layer is and the crust is about 35 kilometer deep. The second one we have discussed, that is mantle, that is 2900 kilometer, that extends up to 900 kilometer. Then the third is core, and the radius of the core, that is 3500 kilometer, means that this is the thickest layer, the innermost layer, that is core. Core is the thickest layer. Now see rocks and minerals. Let us start. The earth's crust is made up of various types of rocks. Any natural mass, please underline this. Hanji. Any natural mass of mineral matter that makes up the earth's crust is called rock. Hanji, have you done it? Any natural mass of mineral matter that makes up the earth's crust is called a rock. Rocks can be of different color, size and texture. So we have different types of rocks. Let us discuss. There are three major types of rocks: igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks and metamorphic rocks. Hanji, let us discuss the first. You people have heard about volcanoes and volcanic eruption. The story starts from there. There are three major types of rocks, this we have discussed. When the molten magma, when any volcano erupts, then the molten magma cools, it becomes a solid. Rocks thus formed are called igneous rocks. Means when there is volcanic eruption, then the magma comes out of the volcano, it cools down and solidifies, then it forms the igneous rocks. They are also called primary rocks, because the primary, you understand why these are called primary rocks, because this is the first formation. There are two types of igneous rocks: intrusive rocks and extrusive rocks. So what is the difference between the two? Let us discuss. Can you imagine lava coming out of the volcanoes? Lava is actually fiery and molten magma coming out from the interior of the earth on its surface. When this molten lava comes on the earth's surface, it rapidly cools down and becomes a solid. Rocks formed in such a way on the crust are called extrusive igneous rocks. After the volcanic eruption, when the lava comes on the Earth's surface, it cools down, solidifies, and forms rocks. And the rocks formed in such a way are called extrusive. Extrusive means outside the volcano. Extrusive igneous rocks. Why these are called igneous rocks? Hanji, because these are ignis. Ignis word means fire. Ignis means fire. So, because these uh, rocks were formed out of fire, magma, lava. So that is molten magma. That is why these are called igneous rocks. They have a very fine grained structure. For example, basalt. Basalt is an example of igneous rocks. The Deccan Plateau is made up of basalt rocks. Sometimes the molten magma cools down deep inside the Earth's crust. Solid rocks so formed are called intrusive igneous rocks. And when the magma cools down in the interior of the Earth, means inside the volcano, then it forms and it cools down and solidifies and forms rocks, and the rocks is formed in such a way are called intrusive igneous rocks. Since they cool down slowly, they form large grains. Granite is an example of such a rock. So extrusive igneous rock, example basalt. Intrusive igneous rocks, granite. Basalt has fine grains, and these intrusive igneous rocks, they have very large grains. Hanji. Next. Hanji beta. So this is I think this is clear to everyone about igneous rocks, intrusive and extrusive. So if you have any question, query, discuss with me tomorrow in the class. Have a nice day.